Hook up to the sled and let it wail.
The classic confrontation, Ford against Chevrolet, and both of them outstanding trucks. Two fine drivers. Good shot of Rich sitting behind the wheel of that supercharged Ford, getting ready to go the distance with the big blown motor. One of the finest running trucks. Also, you can get a shot there. It shows the roll bar. A lot of protection built into that truck. A lot of safety factors built into the truck.
You can really get knocked around inside one of those too, boy. You got to make sure you're strapped in.
Well, the drivers for Bigfoot actually have a therapist that come out and work with them in their shop of a couple of days a week back in St. Louis.
Well, here comes Bigfoot.
Look at the wheeling.
Whoa!
Look at that. Holding it right there in the air.
Yeah.
And dropping it down on a truck.
Uh-oh.
Dropped it down on the front of a truck.
My goodness, it was spectacular. And then at the end, we got a little destruction. Let's take a look at Bigfoot.
Nails it off the line. The box coming up. Sled's getting heavy on him in a hurry. And right at the end, the box comes over and gets onto the pan. And when that happens, all the weight on the rear end, the truck lifts into the air. Now, over to the right front tire is the hood of one of the pulling trucks. And when he shuts it down and lets off of it,
look at those are the weights in the front, aren't they, Mike?
Can't really tell how much damage, but looks like he clipped it when he came down. Hopefully nothing severe enough to knock that competitor, Red Grogan, out of the competition tonight.
We'll be right back with more of the Winternationals in just a moment. 100-pound trucks, modified trucks, and our first out of the chute tonight will be Don Van Loo in Bad to the Bone. Don's out of Jefferson City, Missouri, and he's got a DOD, as he calls it, a darned old Dodge.
With a fuel-injected Hemi under the hood.
Yeah.
He's a veteran puller. He's been at it for quite some time.
Waiting for the green flag.
Bounced a little bit. He hammers it.
And a good first pull of the night. Don Van Loo in Bad to the Bone. And for Don Van Loo, a pretty good first pull. 167 feet, 3 3/4 inches in the Bad to the Bone. Next in line is Dan Dubes out of Freeport, Illinois, in an 83 Ford. This is Old Yeller. Like the movie, huh?
Boy, this is a great running truck. This is a fantastic truck. Big Ford motor. Now, Dan built the truck a lot like an off-road racing truck. It's got all the roll cage in it, which incorporates into the frame, and it's making the whole truck work. Instead of just the frame work, it makes the whole truck do the job. Dan's been running this truck for quite some time. The engine in this truck built by his 17-year-old son. Watch your work.
That's a fine, fine pull.
Absolutely picture perfect for Old Yeller. Dan Dubes out of Freeport, Illinois, runs a service station there in Freeport.
Look at that. He knows it, too. You know he's taking that helmet off. He knows he's had a good run. Let's look at this again. He didn't miss a beat on this one.
It's picture perfect. He brings it out and goes to the left a little bit, and it skates right in that area. Front end kind of getting around on it and up in the air a little bit, but his truck is hooked beautiful. Look at the dirt coming off of it. It's dialed in. Old Yeller, a beautiful pull.
Here is one amazing lady. This is Donna Webb. That is Donna as in female Webb. 74 Ford called Sudden Impact. Donna's from Claremore, Oklahoma, and there she is.
Well, she's a very good puller. She's consistent. This truck runs extremely well. Her husband built the truck. Donna does all the driving on it, and she's tough. She's going to be real tough.
Donna Webb is the lady behind the wheel of Sudden Impact. Our Mike Gallaway had a chance to meet her.
I'm with Donna Webb, one of the ladies in the sport of pulling, and Donna drives a truck called Sudden Impact out of Claremore, Oklahoma. She and her husband campaign all over the country with this truck. And Donna, you do all the driving. How did you get involved in it?
My husband and I were involved in a four-wheel drive club, and we got to attending some local brush pulls with just our stock pickup, and he let me drive, and that was it. I was sold.
Do you drive all the time, or take turns?
No, sir. I drive all the time. He drove it the first 2 times after we got the truck built to just make sure it wasn't going to fall apart on me, and then he gave it to me.
Now, did you drive the truck? Did you build the truck for you to drive, or was it for him to drive?
No, it was originally intended for me to drive it.
Donna sitting behind the wheel waiting for the green flag as they hitch on the sled.
Slack comes out of the chain, no jerk starts. You've got to leave with a tight or taut chain in pulling.
She's got the flag. And here we go. Boy, she was fighting that, wasn't she?
She was, and Donna went out of bounds with the truck, I do believe.
Looked like she kicked up some weight. Looked like she kicked up some chalk. Let's look at it again, Mike, and let's see where it went south for her.
Leaves with the truck, and the truck going to the right. Now, she's got the wheels cut to the left, but the truck's still trying to go to the right, pulling that wheel around, and you see Donna fighting it real hard. I mean, she's trying to bring it around, keep it in bounds, and she just nicks that white line. It's got chalk on the tire. What a telltale sign. Now, the measurement will be from the point where she went out of bounds, and then there'll be about a 30-foot penalty on that.
Well, she doesn't look very happy, and I know it didn't go as planned, but she did a heck of a job trying to keep it away from some of these other trucks that were parked on the side. We'll freeze it for you right here. You can see where the right tire is out of bounds, and because of that, only a pull of 130 feet and 1 inch tonight for Donna Webb. And now getting ready to go is Overdraw. This is Jerry Nichols with an 87 GMC. He's got a 557 Chevy with him. He is worth 8 months, he and his crew, night and day, rebuilding this engine. And Mikey tells me it came cheap, only about $13,000 to rebuild this entire truck.
One of the wonderful things about this crew is these guys, there's a group that put the truck together. They campaign it as a group, and they do a very fine job. It is a beautiful truck. They're always very professional. Their crew, outstanding. And it's a good hook.
That could be in the money. That could be in the money.
It's a very fine job, an outstanding pull all the way down. Truck hooked up well. Maybe a little bit short on horsepower tonight, but a fine job for one called Overdrawn again. And I wonder if that tells us any story.
Jerry Nichols, there he is out of Indiana. Overdrawn again is not quite drawn far enough. Jerry Nichols out of Lowell, Indiana, 165 feet, 11 1/4 inches. And backing up and ready to go is the little Hillbilly. It's an 87 Ford. Red Krogan behind the wheel. He's out of Clinton, Kentucky. He's got a couple of trucks here tonight, doesn't he?
Well, he's driving his own personal truck, and then he's got a truck that he will drive for Kenny Davis. And he hauls Kenny's truck and drives it. This is an aluminum 700-plus cubic inch Ford.
700?
700 cubic inches plus.
Wow.
All aluminum Ford. A very exotic engine. Red has really and truly, over the past few weeks, been on a tear. He has definitely set the pace for the pulling at the current time.
This is what Bigfoot did to it a little while ago as he came down on top of the tank. But apparently Grogan has got it fixed, ready to go. We'll see if the little Hillbilly can make it in the big city. Whoa!
The big Ford truck has gone to the lead, and he made it look so simple. He moved a little bit over. He's not on the left-hand side of the track. He was over in the middle much more. I think he got a lot better bite. That's a good running truck.
And, Mike, that's experience. He was behind the wheel. He knew exactly what the last couple of pulls had done. He knew where he wanted to pull.
Launches the truck with the truck pointed a little bit to the right. He's going to run that side of the track. He's down the middle, more to the right, and a beautiful job. It's wide open. It doesn't make a bobble. He blows by the leading mark and does a tremendous job.
There is the driver. There is the driver in this sport right there. He worked that track. He worked it like an artist. Brushing aside adversity, Red Grogan has stormed to the lead. 186 feet, 9.5 inches for the little Hillbilly.